Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Beyond the School Run video vlog. I'm back sharing the chapters of my book, A New Way for Mothers, and we are on chapter 3, having talked about chapter 2, Making the Connection, and chapter 1, taking first steps. So chapter 3 is all about, which resonates with the title, creating a new way of working. And we can really see that going on in the world at the moment with the new generation coming through, looking to work in a very new way. And I'm a great believer that as parents, we can certainly start to pave that way, not only for ourselves, but also for future generations. So in this chapter, I have a few thoughts and suggestions and some wisdom from some really great people in here. So firstly, we talk about, I talk about creating a business in a female way, and really identifying and looking at female qualities and what that possibly means. So whether that is about developing a business based on purpose and passion. And that's certainly what I felt this time around in developing Beyond the School Run, a real desire to develop something that really came from the heart and was led by a sense of wanting to create positive change. I also then talk about in this chapter flexible working options. So becoming really clear about whether you want to set up a business from scratch or actually, in fact, work for yourself. And there are so many different options in that, and becoming clear about it. So becoming clear about whether you want to be flexible working or a sole trader, or you actually want to develop a business fully from scratch. And if you are wanting and you become clear on that, you can be very much more focused on which direction. So if you're flexible working, there's some great platforms out there where you can connect with others, and we'll share a lot of these on Beyond the School Run. And then we go on and talk about letting go of the old way. So my background was working in PR and working in London and in an office. And I really had to take time to transition myself out of that way and really kind of get used to working in a new way. So for example, it was much more efficient for me to work from home, to be available within school hours, and how to get used to working efficiently based from home and within the hours I had available to me. And there's a lot more about that in this chapter. And also transitioning from, and I speak to so many women and parents who are transitioning from one career to another. And what amazing that is, because so many are really kind of looking and exploring what they were born to do. But in that transition, it can be so easy to keep being drawn back to your old path or your old career, or it could be a bridge, so you're kind of working on one between the two. So again, there's some tips on transitioning in this particular chapter. And then finally, when you are kind of working in this new way, is how to make it work and where to work from. And if you're working from home, how you kind of make meetings work for you, especially if you're not especially based in town. So to be really kind of clear on which meetings work, because it can take up a lot of your day if you're going into town for a meeting. So how to be really efficient with that. So there's lots of tips and suggestions in my book, A New Way for Mothers, and I really look forward to creating this new way with a great many of you and enjoying amazing careers throughout our lives and doing amazing things together. So next up is chapter 4, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Thank you.